Assalamu alaikum warahmatullah. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wassalatu wassalamu ala rasulillah. The questioner today is asking, are there any strategies to rebuild trust in relationships that may have been damaged by my addiction? It's quite difficult because it is a sexual addiction. It's something related to ghira and jealousy, and people are jealous when it comes to these things, especially when it comes to men. If they know that women are porn addicts and they deal with pornography, for a man, it's almost like the woman is cheating on them. It's almost like she's had another man. The fact that a woman can have desire for something other than that man, because we men are very egoistic when it comes to our women, right? It's kind of like in line with the fitrah, because a woman cannot have more than one man, which means her desires and her affection and her love and her connection should be only to her man, to her husband. So when a woman does this, then the man is extremely jealous. It's almost like he's been cheated on physically, and that someone else is, or looking at someone else provides pleasure for his wife. This is a killer for him. It doesn't work. So I think it's very difficult. Some men might be able to kind of deal with it, understand it, and help their wife. But from my experience, what I see, in most cases, no. When it comes to women, they are created to tolerate a little bit. I'm not saying that they accept it, but they're more tolerant. They are more empathetic when it comes to these things. And there's many reasons. I don't want to get into that right now, but it's an issue of fitrah. It's positive and negative here. But I'm going to just highlight the positive for our sake, for the sake of this discussion. So in general, some women are more understanding, also because in their mind, men are men, and they do understand that, but that doesn't excuse them. Keep in mind, right? We're talking about fitrah and how things are. So women will be more supportive. They can, help more. I find, sometimes husbands with accountability partners who are their wives and so on. So I do find that women can do much better in this. So rebuilding trust, I think it's just a matter of showing that you're putting in the work and that you're trying to get away with this. Get out of this. It's important for the partner to look at the one who's addicted as a person who is to an extent sick, right? You look at it as a mission for him to be healed. Most people look at it as betrayal, and therefore the relationship falls apart. As I said, for men, again, it's an issue of fitrah. If men can deal with it, khair, but if not, I understand, because it's an issue of fitrah. Right? I'm not saying it's not possible, but it's just very difficult for a man to accept and to rebuild the trust. And it goes against their fitrah. But with women, I think they can forgive their husbands. They can help them. They're more empathetic. They're more kind when it comes to this. They're more loving. They're also more understanding, because that's how Allah created them. They're more, when it comes to, subhanAllah, even when men cheat, in general, women try to work it out. They try to forgive. They try to, they will be upset. Some of them do break, but we find in general that women can tolerate it more than men. And again, it goes back to fitrah. So rebuilding trust is not easy, but if two want to do it, there is love between themselves. There's taqwa. They understand that they're working together. They understand Islamically how Islam looks at this, the concept of sin and how sin is, and that you should help each other in birr and taqwa. I believe that can rebuild the relationship and the trust. Again, trust Allah, and then based on that, you try to trust each other based on how He practiced. Getting closer to Allah is a way to rebuild your trust in each other, right? Because keep in mind, when no one is watching, obviously Allah is watching us. This is the reality. We cannot escape that. So when a person works on the relationship with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, then obviously you can start rebuilding the trust even with people. Barakallahu feekum. Assalamu alaikum.